Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to week 3 of Teens Can Meditate. Hope you've been having a great weekend. Today we'll be talking about the Muladhara and the Swadhisthana chakra. So we'll be specifically talking about the first two energy centers that are located in the bottom of our energy channel. So, of course, we'll have our guided foot soak at the end. And before that, we are going to talk about a couple questions. We're going to address a few things that have been mentioned in the previous sessions that haven't really been gone over. And of course, we'll have our reminders and we'll be talking in depth about the first two chakras. So I'll hand it over to Miss Abi. She's going to address some of our questions and answers.
Hello, everyone. Good evening and welcome to week 3 of Teens Can Meditate Research Program. Hope you all are enthusiastic today to learn something new. So, the past 2 weeks, we had some wonderful questions from so many of you. We got lots of feedback as well. So thank you for that. Today, we are going to address some of the questions just to, it'll also help us revise, review from whatever we have learned so far. So one of the most interesting question that we had last week, someone asked, what is the science behind the vibrations that we are feeling? So I would like Sadhya to share what she knows.
Yeah, thank you. Hello, everyone. I would thank you, Ms. Abi, and Ala for that introduction. So just going over this question, what is the science behind these vibrations, or also known as the cool breeze, or any sensation that you guys are feeling on the top of your head or your hands? That's what we're calling vibrations. Sorry. Yeah. So how I'd like to explain this is we're talking about this energy inside of us called the Kundalini, right? So this Kundalini energy in the base of our spine is named after the word coil, right? It's a coil of 3.5 loops, this energy. And that is what the Kundalini is. It's 21 to the power of 108. That's how many strands of Kundalini exist in our body. This energy, when each individual strand rises through our subtle system and reaches the top of our head, that is when our Kundalini rises. That's what we call it, right? The Kundalini rising. And that's when it connects to this power that we call the living power, the living force around us. Einstein, he called it the torsion area. So we call it the divine power or the living force, the living power around us. That's another term for it. And so this living force that's all around us, we can connect to it. Because think about it, we're all living, right? There's something in us that's keeping us living. There's something that's keeping this entire world going right now, right? And scientifically, Einstein called it the torsion area. That was his theory. And that's how we can really connect this meditation, the technique of Sahaja Yoga, to his scientific theory. So when even a single strand of these 21 to the power of 108, when a single one of these strands of our Kundalini rises through our subtle system, past all these chakras, and connects to this higher power around us, that is what we call self-realization. And the indication of that, or as like a result of that, we feel these vibrations on our hands or on the top of our head or anywhere on our body. So vibrations, as we refer to them, are really like a language, yeah, it's a language of this power around us, our connection to that power. That's what Sahaja Yoga is about, right? We say Saha and Ja. That's the power, and yoga is the union. So you have the right from your birth to be connected to the power that created you, or that's, greater than you, that living force around us. And that's what this meditation is about. That's what that Kundalini is about. So the scientific side of these vibrations are that when we connect to that power around us, we feel that indication on our hands. We feel that indication as vibrations. So Miss Abi, if you want, you can expand on that.
Definitely. So thank you, Sadhya. So that's what we are doing here is within us, what we are trying to say, what we are going to experiment here through Sahaj Yoga is to prove, to see the effects of this connection that we are feeling. Now, it is like entering into a new dimension of awareness that is within us. So, what you can do with this, actually, it's up to you. But here, why we are doing this experiment, this study, is to see the effects of these vibrations. Okay, so for the very first time, this was possible in such a mass level through Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi, who's the founder, and she brought out this new way of connecting to our spirit. So, if you can say, spirit is something like the nucleus. Every cell has a nucleus. All right. Now, in the nucleus, we say that is the core, that is the life of every cell. So, similarly, if you assume that within you there is this nucleus, which is called as the spirit, that spirit that is inside the heart. So, when our Kundalini rises and when it touches, it's like a spark, like you have lit a candle. So, your spirit starts to communicate through your central nervous system. So, for the very first time, you are entering this new awareness, this new dimension. Just at the human level, we don't feel it. But when you have your Kundalini awakened, this is the effect on you. So, let's experiment that. Okay, when this Kundalini rises, these are the effects that you feel. Okay, so the first effect is you start to feel a cool or a warm breeze. Some people feel a tingle. That's also normal. But the aim is to reduce your stress, to relax you completely, because the center channel, when the Kundalini rises through the center channel, that is your spinal cord on the center side, it connects to the sympathetic and to the collective consciousness. Now, if you remember in your first session, we talked about the subconscious, which caters to your past. And then there is your right sympathetic, which caters to your mental activity, your future. All right. So similarly, and in the center is the sympathetic, the central nervous system. All right. When your Kundalini rises through the center path, it creates a gap between your thoughts. And it allows you to start to communicate for the very first time through this energy centers that are within us. Now, I'm sure we all have felt. Is there anyone who did not feel any cool or a warm or a tingle? Please raise your hand. If there's anyone here in the group who have not felt any sensation whatsoever, either on the hand or on top of the head. So I'm assuming that everyone pretty much has felt it. Yeah? All right, that is excellent. I felt like once, but not again. All right. Even if you felt it once, that's great. That's great. So over the 6-week period, what we want to do is emphasize a bit more on this experience by giving you the knowledge behind it so that you can meditate better, understand your systems better. Okay, you can tap into this energy as you keep meditating, using very simple methods. Now, for example, here we have this research paper that was published, Sahaja Yoga for Managing Stress and Lifestyle Diseases. This was done in 2021. And very simple, a hormone that is produced when you have stress. That is within us. That's called the VMA. And that has been reduced to a great extent after doing Sage Yoga meditation. So they did this clinical study. This is the result they found. There are many studies. So from now on, we will be showing you different studies, different effects of Sage Yoga. So you will see in the next slide, please. Can you please then push the next slide? Yes. So the stress response system, how it affects. So basically, what they're trying to say is how the stress level, more than anything, if it affects your pituitary here, that is inside the brain. You can say in the center of the brain. Now that you can say here is shown how your stress hormone has been reduced. So now this has been proven already. But here, what we are going to see is with teenagers, this is the first time we are doing this, where teenagers, we want to see the effects of Sahaja Yoga on very simple terms. Stress, anxiety level. That's why we gave you the questionnaire before, and you'll have another questionnaire at the end. So my request to all of you is to give it a full shot. Okay, when you are meditating, you have to meditate. That's when you prove that this experiment is a success or not. So, like an open-minded scientist, look at it, follow the steps that are told to you. Would the vibrations be the effect of the reduced stress hormone? Yes, yes. There are many effects. Actually, you will see over a period of time, when the more you learn about different chakras, about different qualities that are enhanced, that are nourished, and different negative emotions, negative hormones that basically block your, mental state, you see that they're all removed slowly and steadily as you keep meditating. Next
Yeah,
time, please.
so
Yeah,
yeah,
please.
so keep explaining throughout the 6 weeks, like the different chakras, the different energy centers that we talk about, they are so related to, it's not just theory we're talking about, it's literally inside your body. Every organ, every cell of your body is linked to a certain chakra, or a certain energy center. And so literally knowing how to clear those chakras, as we say, or how to improve those chakras has a direct effect on your body, has a direct effect physically. And how do you know if it's working, right? Sometimes we don't see an immediate change, especially if it's on a physical, I mean, if it's on a mental or emotional level. If we don't see an immediate change, how we know of that is the vibrations. So yes, the result of stress relief can be felt of as vibrations.
Thank you. Next slide, please, Ada. So this is this other image that we had in one of our experiments, where we are seeing the before and after 10 minutes of meditation effects. So here you can see this the green area here is all the I think it was about the one particular hormone that they were looking at when they did the MRI. So which was again another hormone that is responsible for stress. And just within 10 minutes of meditation, like foot soaking that we are doing, you can see how much level has reduced. Even the red area, which is more, I think, the stress hormone, another stress hormone, that has been reduced. And you can see in 10 minutes, this is the effect that you can gain with this meditation. So coming back to the subject where I'm requesting all of you, our tech team are working very closely with the mentors. We want you to meditate and follow this step as much as possible. If you can't understand, ask a question to one of the mentors that you recognize. and they will be able to explain it to you in detail. If not during the session, after the session as well, because it is very important for you to understand also. That's when your heart is going to be there and you're going to understand the whole subject. All right. So another request is when you're meditating today, we will be using a photograph of the founder, Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi, as we all know, uh, because in these experiments, people have been meditating with the photograph because her level of energy is very, very high. You can see the vibrations that we feel, and her chakras also work as powerhouse. You can say they can recharge you completely. So, in this experiment as well, we are going to use her picture and experiment and see the effects of the vibrations that are flowing from her photograph, the impact that the change that they will bring in your system, in your bodies, in your emotional, in your left channel, as we call them, sympathetics, both left and right side, as we clear. So that is one other thing. So while you're meditating today, when you're putting your feet in your footstool bucket, please ensure that you're facing the laptop, not looking away. Because some of the tech team told us the last time that some of the participants were looking away because of the placement of their foot soak tub. So ensure that you put your foot soak tub facing the laptop so that you can benefit maximum from this experiment on Sahaja Yoga. Any other questions, anybody?
Yeah, so there's a small question about like this is a little bit unrelated to that, but it was how there are a few people who won't be able to join because, or they will be able to join, but they won't be able to have their foot soak stuff in front of them for the next few sessions. So how would they like go on with that, with joining these sessions?
Okay, so we highly recommend you do it because this experiment requires all participants to have the same environment that can change the data. So please try to make an arrangement for Futsog tub, which is very easily available in Walmart, Dollar Tree, wherever you are, and get some salt. That's all you need, and paper towel. Now, I have some more questions here. Is being more confident to talk to new people and being more social one of the results of meditation? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Sadhya, you want to add something to it?
Yeah. So confidence, right? That's one of the qualities that we see in our fourth energy center. That's in our center heart. So this chakra directly relates to our the organs around our heart, right? Our respiratory system, our lungs, our heart, our rib cage, this area on our chest. So that's the physical aspect. But the emotional or mental aspect is the confidence, the self-esteem. Confidence not just in yourself, but really in that things are going to work out around you, that your bravery, strength, those are all qualities of your heart chakra. And yeah, as you'll see, we will see that being
Absolutely.
improved.
Absolutely, Sadhya. I mean, we all understand one of the positives about this meditation because you are able to meditate every day, know who you are. So all your insecurities automatically drop out. You will
Yeah.
see that you are more identified with something not superficial and artificial, but that is more real to you. You recognize who you are and you develop that sense of collectivity as well, apart from the chakra that she just talked about, the fourth energy center. The fifth energy center, which is the cervical plexus here, it allows you to connect with more people. You feel a lot more connected. You feel a lot more, all those barriers, all the blockages that we have in our mind that we think about others or we think about ourselves just vanish. So it's a very open feeling, open-hearted, open-minded feeling that you get. And automatically, again, as I said, these qualities come to you automatically as you keep meditating. You're more relaxed, you're more social, your fears are gone. You stop judging others. You also don't have those inhibitions that what if people are judging you for the way you look or your way you behave. All those thoughts vanish away because again your confidence is who you are within, so you will see more and more of your kundalini strands comes up and more of these qualities automatically start to nourish. Okay. There's another question. Will meditation help you perform better on tests? Ada, you want to answer that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've definitely experienced that myself. A lot of times, even when you're studying, you just feel so much anxiety and so much stress on how you're gonna do the next day. What I really like to do is like after my study session or before my study te session, I'll like take a minute to just like relax and just get into a meditative state. And then after that, you notice that you'll be able to study so much better. And also before your exam or tests, like just take a second to bring your attention inside and collect yourself and bring your attention on top of your head or the Sahasrara chakra and just like remain in silence and you will notice such a big difference. And like you'll be able to memorize better, like you'll be able to recall information better. So that's definitely a positive outcome of Saj Yoga. As a teenager, you can definitely relate to that.
Absolutely. Another question. So we have been meditating for around 3 weeks. No, we have been meditating for 2 weeks. This is the third week. Okay. What are some positive effects we should be noticing now? Who wants to answer that? You see, it's how that's what we are trying to tell you is when you meditate, see, you have to really meditate and
Yeah.
to enjoy the effects, give it some time. Because sometimes, see, when I started meditating, my friends came to me and said, "You're doing something different," because my grades went up. That was the effect of meditation on me. And they saw me much more calmer, not as hyper. I was not as reacting as well. I was able to calm myself. So that that is one of the effects. Another question, will meditation change my attitude towards people? Sadhya.
Yes, definitely. You're I can think of like several different chakras for this. But I would say one for your heart, the fourth energy center, and also your forehead, the sixth energy center. The sixth energy center relates to your mind, right? Your mental side, your perception, kind of your ego, and what we call superego. We'll get more into that later, but basically, judging others is one of the negative aspects of the or one of the blockages of the sixth energy center. So when we clear this out, I myself definitely have seen like I would be judging like, let's say like a specific person even I would be judging. I'd be thinking about, oh, what are they doing, why are they doing it like that, and it's like I would feel actually like a little pulsing on this energy center and on my ring finger, since that's the finger that correlates to that chakra. So I would do a little meditation to just cleanse that out, to get rid of that. And I'd see that not only would that judging stop, but I'd start to see the good aspects of that person. I'd start to appreciate them for their good aspects, right? And I feel like people have heard the saying before, but when you start to appreciate the good in others, you start inculcating that into your own behavior. So you really start to not only do you like change your attitude towards that person, but also you start imbibing their good qualities. So it's a win-win.
Absolutely. This is most natural. It'll come naturally to you. You will see that. Next question is, wow, how could you tell the difference between your true self and what you believe in your true self? See, now, very good question. Very, very good question. Because, see, in Sahaj Yoga, that's what we are telling you is it's experiential. Everything is verifiable. When we say your true self is that spirit, it is not what you think. If I assume myself as so and so with so and so, I say I come from a community, a different community, maybe I have different tastes, maybe I grew up differently. So I'll recognize myself as this person who has this taste, who has this kind of thought process. But when I meditate, when I cross those boundaries, when I cross those boundaries of the mind, cross those boundaries of, we can say, conditionings, I realize that I am that absolute self. And when I say that, the cool breeze, that is the verification that this power, my own Kundalini, my own central nervous system can give me the verification of what is right and what is wrong. So, but if I believe into something which is not true, then you will see the flow of your Kundalini. There are blocks, you can say. You can start to feel a tingle or a warm, or we call it catches or blockers.
Yeah,
So,
on like
yeah.
our left heart, that's where our spirit is, right? So it's shown as a little flame in the picture here, the solar system. And like we said, that's our living force within us. That's our nucleus. So when we say, I am the pure spirit, if you've heard, we've said this affirmation a few times, and that pure spirit is your true self. That's what we're referring to. So when you say, I am the pure spirit, you are detaching yourself from any like worldly assumptions of others on you, of who you are, of your identity, and of yourself. Expectations you set on yourself, or saying that I am from so and so background, like Miss Abby just mentioned. You're detaching yourself from that and saying that you are your true self. And again, we feel that as vibrations, the verification. Yeah,
Very
we
nice,
have
very
Mr.
nice.
Shiva here.
And
Yes, Miss
once when you get the true self, you start feeling the cool vibrations because that beyond your mind. Now you think whatever is your true self is your mind, right? So when you get vibrations on your hand, that is beyond your mind because your hands will start telling you that. And when you really feel everything from your heart, beyond your mind, you start feeling there. So that is your true self. You start getting the cool vibrations. You start feeling so good about it. So beyond your mind.
Thank you. There's another very sweet question. Do you recommend continuing these meditations even after the sessions are over?
Oh.
Yes, absolutely. If you, I mean, this isn't only going to come from us. You're going to see this yourself. You'll be able to answer this question on your own in the 6 weeks. And again, if you give it your all, right? If you put your heart into it sincerely, that's the only way you'll be able to feel anything we're talking about. If you truly desire it, then you will be able to feel this. And of course, there's meditation centers all around the country and many online resources for you guys to keep growing in the meditation. If you're not able to fully do it yourself or have that, sincerity to or complete discipline towards it yet, by the end of the 6 weeks, we can definitely provide you with more than enough resources to help you keep meditating. But yes, we would.
Now we'll take one last question because we need to continue with our session. The questions are very beautiful. I really appreciate everybody is understanding the subject. That's why you're having these questions. How would you overcome the blockness? At the beginning, I could feel, but now I'm feeling blocked. What do I do? So, as we said, today we are going to meditate with the vibrations of the founder. Okay. So, that is part of the experiment you're going to try today and see if you are feeling better. Now, that is the idea. We have been doing it. We did it in the past. We have all our experiments, all our research papers. We have done it. And we have seen big changes meditating with the vibrations of the founder. And we will do that. Oh, there's one more question. Would this get rid of any doubts and myself and any futuristic thoughts? Absolutely. Absolutely. So please hang on, continue, and don't leave the session if just because the time is up. You can stay with us, have all your questions answered, connect with us. It's a very good thing if you're asking questions. We are you're more than welcome. All of us are available. All the mentors will open up. We can also have a breakout room with your mentor if you need that. But please take full advantage of these sessions. Can you help me overcome shyness? Absolutely. It's all connected to your chakras. You can say these chakras are the root system within you. If you fix your root, automatically the other things, it's cured. There is no need to be shy. There is no need to be afraid of anything. You are seeing everyone here who has been meditating. All those, again, I said, these are all mental blocks. These are all barriers that stop us from communicating with others. Our own blocks about ourselves and then our blocks about others. So you will see slowly and steadily, the more of your Kundalini comes up, the more you meditate, you cleanse with the foot soaking. That's why the insistence on foot soaking we have, that as you keep meditating, every day, and more of your Kundalini strands comes up, automatically all these qualities that you are seeing in the chakra chart, you will emit. It is like a living process, like your breathing, like your digestive system. It happens, it's an autonomous system. So the more you meditate, the more you allow and expose yourself to this meditation, you will have exactly what you're looking for. So I think I will now stop. I'm getting more and more questions, but we should get into the subject and we will answer these questions at the end of the session. How about that? So stay. All right, over to you, Ada.
All right, thank you so much, Miss Elby and Sadia, for answering all these questions. Um, So just to give a little bit of a recap that we've been talking about in the past sessions, the 7 energy plexuses, we've talked about chakras and how we have 7 chakras. Today we'll be going in depth on the first 2 chakras, which are located at the bottom of our spine. So the Muladhara chakra, which is below our Kundalini, and then the Swadhisthana chakra, which is right above our Kundalini. So again, these chakras are just a bundle of nerves that are like concentrated in one area. So they're really all of them are responsible for all your bodily systems. So let's get into Muladhara. So the Muladhara is below your Kundalini, like right at the bottom in the pelvic plexus. It is shown as a red flower with 4 petals. And the 4 petals represent almost like 4 qualities. So we have, first of all, we have innocence. So innocence is it's often confused with ignorance, but innocence is like a pure state where you're able to identify with yourself purely, and it's awakened through this chakra. And also wisdom is like an enlightened knowledge. So wisdom is not what you get from books. It's not what you read. Wisdom is your inner ability to define what is right and wrong. So discrimination is also responsible from this chakra. And we have also spontaneity, which is like the wisdom comes to you by itself. Like you don't need to force it. Just by awakening this chakra, you're able to spontaneously obtain these qualities. So Muladhara, the reason why it's so important is because it is the foundation of your subtle system. This is the first chakra, and without the awakening of this chakra, your Kundalini cannot rise. So it is really important for your Muladhara chakra to be awakened. So that is about the Muladhara chakra. So let's hear an excerpt from the founder, Srimati Nirmala Devi, and try to understand and make sure you're paying attention to this.
But as Kundalini rises, on every center, you start getting the light of that center. At the first center, you get back your innocence. Your eyes become innocent. Your behavior becomes innocent. You are not filled with lust and greed. You don't look at things with lust and greed, but you look at things with innocence, which is a very big thing that people have lost, and that you get back. And such a person develops many qualities. One of them is that such a person is full of fragrance. Such a person has a tremendous gravity. Tremendous gravity. And such a person has tremendous dynamism, and attraction is a bad word, so I don't want to use it, but magnetic. His magnet is awakened within him. This is the center of your magnet, of the earth. Such a person develops a tremendous sense of roads, and sense of direction. You place him anywhere, he will know where to go, like birds. You place birds anywhere, they know which side is north, south, east, west. In the same way, you also develop your lost innocence and your magnet within you by which you have proper direction. But the highest of all, you develop the proper direction to wisdom, which is the wise thing to do. You just don't do stupid things. You just don't do. Even if you ever try to do it, you will not do it because you know it is so stupid. Just you don't do it. I mean, it is so simple to be wise than to be stupid. Because if you have to be stupid, you have to go out of the way to be stupid and idiotic. But if you want to be normal and wise, is the easiest thing to do.
Sorry about that. So just to add on to the Muladhara chakra, it is responsible for also physically your bodily systems. It is responsible for your reproductive organs as well as your excretory organs. And on your hands and in your head and in your feet, you can see the positions shown in the picture. So whenever you're meditating and you feel a sensation at you can say at the wrist or where your hand like really begins over there, that is an indication for this center. So if you're feeling like a coolness over there, then it is an indication that your Muladhara is clearing and it's like doing good. But if you're feeling like maybe a tingling or a warmth sensation, then you know that that is the chakra that you need to work on. So now moving on to the Swadhisthana chakra. This is your second energy center. It is located in the aortic plexus. And like on any chart, you will see it as like a yellow 6-petal flower. So the Swadhisthana chakra, it is like responsible for your attention. It like controls your attention. And when this chakra is awakened, you are able to focus on what truly matters, and your attention will not go to things that you don't need to put your attention on. And for like other byproducts of awakening this chakra is your creativity and like allowing yourself to like express yourself not just through art or writing, but like your communication skills, like being able to express yourself really. And like you feel more productive, more inspired, and your attention won't go to like unnecessary things. But if it is weak, you'll notice that like you're struggling with overthinking, stress, and like you don't have much inspiration, and like it'll like make it hard for you to focus like as a teenager on school and your hobbies. You won't be able to like focus on your personal growth. But through Saj Yoga, you can purify this attention of yours, and like it basically gives you an awakened attention. So whatever you put your attention on, it's automatically purified, and like it just makes all of your tasks come out better. And on your hand, it is located on your thumb, on both your thumbs. So whenever, again, you feel a sensation on your thumb, it is a reflection of how your Swadhisthana chakra is doing. So that's about the Swadhisthana chakra. Now we'll hear another excerpt from Shmataji telling us a bit more.
Then the second center that we have is very important, which is called as the Swadhisthana. This center looks after physical and our mental activities. Perhaps the doctors don't know that it has a very important work to do, is that it has to nourish the brain with new cells, because all the time the brain is using these cells for its activity. So the energy has to go from this center up there, you can see, and then it nourishes the center, it nourishes the brain through its activity. Now when we are very futuristic, or we are using too much of a brain, I should say, too much of a brain activity we have, we are futuristic, we are planning too much, thinking too much, all the time thoughts and thoughts and thoughts. That time we are using the energy of this center. But this center has another very important thing to be done, that it goes round, as you see, it moves all round here. is shown here directly but is connected to the center. And it moves round and round and round and gives energy to this area where we have our liver, our pancreas, our spleen, kidney, and parts of intestine. Now, if we start exhausting ourselves with too much thinking, then the main work of the center suffers, and that's how we develop all these diseases of all these organs. Like, for example, with liver, you develop a liver problem. Liver problem means that liver has a function to emit heat from your body, which is poison, into the bloodstream. But when liver gets upset, we should say, the heat is retained in the liver. It passes upward and downward. When it passes upward, it affects a center there, as you can see, what we call as the right heart. And people develop what we call the disease as asthma. And when it passes downwards, it reaches the kidneys and coagulates, and you get kidney troubles, for which we have to go on dialysis and ultimately to die. So this heat is created because our liver is out of gear. At the same time, this heat can also pass if a person, say, at a very young age drinks and puts in too much of physical efforts and is all the time busy thinking. He might get a very fatal heart attack because this heat can go towards his heart and just collapse it. Also, those people work very hard like that can get a very massive heart attack. But the people who have other problems on the left-hand side are different. They are the people who have lethargic organs. These organs do not work. And when they do not work, then they have all the other problems of the left side, as we call it. And this also causes another serious problem of psychosomatic troubles. Now, the essence of this center is that it is creativity. When the Kundalini nourishes the center, people become extremely creative. Now, you have seen these artists who are playing here. They were very simple, ordinary artists, but after coming to Sahaja Yoga, suddenly they have bloomed so much. The most surprising thing is that people say, even from Switzerland, who do not know a word of Sanskrit, who do not know a word of Hindi language, have composed poems, they have put them to tunes, and they sing as good as these people can sing. It's impossible to believe that even the English, who are so difficult to even pronounce a sentence in Hindi language, are now fluently speaking Sanskrit and talking all these things. Because of this creativity improves you. We have so many artists in India who came to Sahaja Yoga. I don't know if you know their names or not, like Amjad Ali, Jalota, so many of them. They got their realization, and after that, now today they are very well-known artists. Also the paintings. We have some Australian people who became quite good artists after coming to Sahaja Yoga. So it gives you a sense of aesthetics, and also it gives you the energy to express yourself. Now, if you have the technique of how to create anything, say you want to make a house, or you want to paint, or if you want to do something, moldings, or anything that you want to do, if you have the technique, the creativity, the power of creativity starts pouring in you, and you start producing things on which you cannot even have thought of, and these things happen to a person. So a person can become extremely dynamic with this. But if with that you do not keep your Sahaja Yoga practice, means if you do not keep your connection with the divine, then the energy gets exhausted. That's why self-realization is very important for every artist, that he should get his connection with this all-pervading power, which is the combination of all the powers, so that he doesn't feel exhausted with it. Not only that, but all the time the source is flowing into him. Constantly it has to flow, and that's why you have to do little practice of Sahaja Yoga after getting your realization, as I told you yesterday, that now you don't stop at this point. You have to make the connection perfect. Without the connection, it may be that you may go down. So it's best is to keep your connection on and work it out, to give full respect to yourself, to your being. You are not an ordinary thing. You are not a chicken or something like that. You are a human being. And the beauty that is within you is to be discovered, is to be nourished, and to be proud of. It is such a great thing you have within yourself, the powers, which I'll tell you one by one. Now, about that is the
So I'll just hand it over to Sadia to quickly talk about Shrimataji Nirmala Devi, who is the founder. I'm sure you've already heard about her since we mentioned her in our previous sessions, but I'll hand it over to Sadia now.
Thank you, Ada. Um, so I'd like to go over who Shrimataji Nirmala Devi is. So Shrimataji founded Sahaja Yoga. By now, you guys know this. And she, spread this in many, many countries. And her whole motive was to help others. She went as a mother. She went as someone to give, and she gave to all these people of many countries. She gave this experience of Sahaja Yoga and allowed people to feel this meditation technique. Before this, really nobody knew this specific technique of meditation. She founded this and made it available to the masses. Before, if it was known to people, they would pass it on, on an individual level or like maximum a few people at once, like from a teacher to a student, like that. But Shrimataji, she made it available to the masses. She spoke out about this, like you guys have seen in the videos, right? She has a mic. She's really spreading this to a lot of people in like a big hall. She spoke about this in a way that she was completely selfless. She gave this knowledge or this experience to everybody. And we are all talking about our experiences in meditation, right? Like Miss Abi, throughout her life, she's experienced many things, many benefits of Sahaja Yoga. And all of us other teens can meditate members, we all share about our experiences. So now we want to urge you through this meditation, through this program. This is an opportunity for you guys to see how this meditation is going to help you. So it's your own individual research project. It's your own individual experiment to see how is this going to help you. And why we use Shrimataji's picture in our meditations. For the past 2 weeks, or at least most of the past 2 weeks, we've been, having her picture there while we meditate. And that's because Shrimataji, her energy or her Kundalini was fully awakened. All of her strands were awakened, which was completely shown throughout her life, through every action, through every deed. We really see that she was a role model of like what a person can really be like, how a person with all those beautiful qualities can look like. And so whenever we vibrate, whenever we meditate with her picture, we see that our vibrations or that our energy gets awakened more easily. In previous research is done and studies done, people have noticed the benefit of meditating with her picture. So when we keep our hands open in our lap, we're facing towards her picture, and people have seen that that has really helped them greatly. So that's why we're going to use her picture, since it emits cool vibrations. Everything around us has a frequency of vibrations. Every object, every picture, every person. So her picture has a very tremendous power or cool energy that can help us awaken our energy and also help us cleanse our chakras. And so that's why we really urge you all to keep your camera set up in a way that Miss Abi will just explain a little better. Yeah.
Yes, as I said, everyone, please face your camera. Our mentors and our Teens Can Meditate team will be watching you all, helping you out in case anybody needs help or they are not following the steps, they will be watching all of you. So please, now as we start the meditation, have your foot soak bowls ready. Make sure your camera is on, make sure you can see very clearly the instructions. And please also note that people here will notice if you're not able to meditate, if you depends on your eye movement, everything, and also the light flashing on you. So please, I request you to try this experiment wholeheartedly, to see the effects and see how you develop. Even to sense that there is any change coming, you need to pay close attention to what is going on with your bodies. All right. So
Just
let us
one more
start
thing.
with the meditation. Yeah.
Sorry, one more thing. I would like to mention that we all have our own experiences of this meditation, right? So we all know who Shrimataji is to us. So to me, I would say she is someone like a mother, right? Of course, everybody who has experienced meditation has felt that. But to me, I felt like she is a teacher. She has taught about so many different things and really proved why this meditation helps on hundreds of different levels. So I would like each and every person here today to see who Shrimataji is to you. Throughout this meditation, as you will experience, try to see the effects of meditating with her picture, right? See how that's been benefiting you. And try to understand as we keep watching more excerpts and more videos of her talking, who Shrimataji is to you. So if we can all just, keep that in our hearts and yeah, keep that inside as throughout this program.
Great.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you,
I'll hand it
Sadhya.
over back to Ada. Yeah.
We'll get into the
So,
meditation now. Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna hand it over to Yagansh. He'll be guiding us through our foot soak today.
Uh, so yeah, hello everyone. My name is Yugansh. Thank you, Ada, Sadia, Mrs. Rabi for introducing our new concepts. But now let's start the actual meditation bit. So we can have in front of us our foot soak bowls, our salt that is in the foot soak water, um the jug that is used to wash your feet after the foot soak, and let's get started. So, as we all know, to start, we can raise our Kundalini and balance our energy. So, we can obviously, first of all, raise our Kundalini 3 times. So, let's do that. Let's tie a knot. Let's tie our second knot. We can tie our third knot. And now to balance our energy. So we obviously do this 7 times. Make sure your hand is going over your head. Three, 4. Okay. So we can now put our feet in the water. And let us just, for a moment, check where our attention is. For just a moment, let us all observe where our attention is. We want our attention to be within ourselves. We want our attention to be within us. We do not want our attention to be outside or on anything other. But we do want our attention to be within us. So let us all just, for a moment, observe where our attention is, and try to bring it inside us. If it is on something else, if it is on something that has happened throughout the day, let us all just try for a second to bring our attention inside. Okay, so now we can go ahead and balance our channels. So to balance our left channel, we can all put our right hand towards the Mother Earth or towards the ground, and we can place our left hand on our lap, and we can put our attention to our Ida Nadi. This is the left side. And we can all say this in our mind, can take this affirmation. Oh, Mother Kundalini, please take out all of the negativities as in my left channel. Oh, Mother Kundalini, please balance my left channel. The left channel is obviously in the past. So basically our thoughts in the past, whatever we have experienced in the past. And if our left channel is catching too much, then obviously our attention is too much into the past. So let us try to balance our left channel and to get rid of all of the thoughts of the past. So we can all take this affirmation again. Oh, Mother Kundalini, please take away all the thoughts from my past. Oh, Mother Kundalini, please take away all of everything that has happened throughout the day that is affecting my left channel, that is making it unstable. Oh, Mother Kundalini, please take these obstacles out of my left channel.
You can also say, may the vibrations from this picture cleanse my left channel.
Yes, so as you all know, we are doing our meditation session with this picture of Shri so we can all say, may the vibrations from this picture help my left side, cleanse my left side. Can all observe, can all feel for some time.
If anyone is distracted, you can keep your eyes open. Just look at the picture. Watch without thinking the photograph in front of your screen. See what is happening on your left hand.
Try and observe what you are feeling on your left hand. Try and observe what you are feeling on each finger on your left hand. Try and observe that. Try and make note of that. So now we can move to balancing our right channel. So we can put our right hand towards our lap and our left hand towards the sky or the ether element. And we can try and put our attention on our right side. Our right side is also called the Pingala Nadi. So we can try and put our attention to our right side now. We can take this affirmation, say it in your mind, say it in your heart. Oh, Mother Kundalini, please take out all of the future planning, all of the future thoughts that is affecting my right side. Oh, Mother Kundalini, please take them out of my right side. As we know that the right side is affected by future thoughts, future planning, what you're going to do in the future. If you think too much about the future, then obviously your right side will catch. Your right side will start to feel warm. It will start tingling, as you could say. And to clean this, obviously, we can we can take this affirmation again. Oh, Mother Kundalini, please take away all the obstacles, everything that is getting away, that is getting in my right channel, that is affecting my thoughts, my future thoughts. Oh, Mother Kundalini, please take it away.
Now open your eyes. Look at the photograph in front of your screen. Open your eyes. Watch the picture and just say, Mother, let your vibrations cleanse my right channel.
May the vibrations from this picture cleanse my right side, nurture my right side, take away everything that is affecting, that is putting pressure on my right side. Or you can all just look at the picture. If you are not, if your tension isn't really like within yourself, you can just look at the picture and try and observe what you are feeling on your right hand this time. So let's all observe, make note of what you are feeling for a few seconds.
Be patient and just watch. Watch for a few minutes what is happening on your right hand fingers.
Oh, Mother, may your vibrations from this picture cleanse my right side. Take away the obstacles, everything that is getting in the way in my right side. Please, Mother, take it away from me. And obviously, if your right side is catching too much, then it will overheat. So we can pray, Oh, Mother, please take away all of the overheating sensation, all of the excessive heat that is in my right side. Oh, Mother, please take it away. I don't want it anymore. Please cleanse me. Please cleanse my right side. Try and observe what you're feeling on your right hand. Now we can move our attention to our central channel, so we can put both our hands towards on our laps. We can put our hands towards the picture of Shrimataji. And basically, the central channel is all about being in the present. So we can pray, we can take this affirmation. Oh Mother, please bring me into the present. Bring me into the balanced state. If you are too much into the right side, or if you are too much into the left side, then you should always pray. You should always say, Oh Mother, please bring my state, bring me into the balanced state. Oh Mother Kundalini, please balance out my central channel. The central channel, also called the Sushumna Nadi. Oh Mother Kundalini, oh Mothering Energy, please balance out my central channel. Please balance out both of my channels. And this is the state where you would want to be. You would want to be balanced. You wouldn't want to be too much to the right side or too much to the left side, because obviously that would create an imbalance. So you would ideally want to be in the balanced state. We can look at the picture and we can observe what we are feeling on our hands. Take note of it. Try and feel. Try and feel what is on your fingers, what is on your palm. Make note of it. So now we can take our attention to our Sahasrara chakra, which is on the top of our head. So we can put our right hand on top of our head, and we can try and massage the scalp. You don't want to try and move your head like this. You want to try and press down with some force. Try and feel your scalp moving. Try and massage it. Don't try and like put loads of pressure on it so that you're hurting it. Try and massage it. Let's put our right hand a couple of inches above our head, and let's try and observe what we are feeling. Let's put a few more inches above. Try and observe. We can do the same with our left hand, so let's switch to our left hand now and try and observe the vibrations. What you are, what ideally what you are trying to feel is the coolness. If you feel the hotness, that is an indication of clearing, of you being cleared. So it is working out. The Mother Kundalini is working out your system. We can put our hand in our lap. We can put both of our hands towards a picture, and just for a few more seconds, just a few more seconds, can sit in silence and try and observe what we are feeling. We can thank our Mother Kundalini for clearing us today. Throughout this foot soak session, we can thank our mothering energy. And now to end our foot soak session, we can go back to raising our Kundalinis and taking a bandhan. So let's raise our. That's first knot. Second knot. And the third and final knot. Now we can balance our energy. We can go above, back. It's one. Again, try and make sure that your hand is going over your head and not across your forehead. Try and make sure that it's going above. We can do this 7 times. And now to end our session, we can all wash our feet with the jug of water that we have beside us. And I can give it over to, I'll be on to you when we're all finished. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. As you wash your feet, just want to let you know that tomorrow we'll have foot soak again. There was a delay today because of the questions we had, and there were more questions coming in. But we'll try to answer during the week. And tomorrow also be ready with an ice pack. We call it an ice pack. You can use a bag, simple bag filled with ice, take a Ziploc. That is the best, easiest way. And the other things, if you have an ice bag, you can fill it with ice. A block is okay. A gel is also, if you don't have anything else. But otherwise, please have an ice pack along with your foot soak. Be on time. We will start locking the meeting because we want all of you to make time, make proper time and come. Because there's no point after 15 minutes if you join the foot soaking sessions. Okay, someone had pain while meditating, so could not meditate well. Okay. Yes, that's what we are trying to do. We are trying to say is when your Kundalini rises, it will get rid of the pain as well on the physical side. So you need to focus a bit more is better. Is feeling weight on my hand good or bad? See, feeling weight is something like having a block in your one of your chakras or maybe a couple of chakras, which again, the foot soak helps. It helps take out the weight. So when you're meditating, that's we are seeing most of the people, they're trying to focus better, but you need a little better focus, more attention, more relaxed attention. If you're having 10 things to do, it might not work that well. All right. How do you overcome thoughts and distractions in your mind while meditating? Yes, that's why we started to use the photograph today. We want you to look at the picture so that you can better absorb the vibrations. So her photograph, the vibrations from her photograph work like a soap, you can say. So it's like an extra agent that is like a catalyst that will help you cleanse much more. So please, in the coming sessions, uh, use the photograph. You will learn it eventually. So don't worry if you did not feel it today, you will feel it. Are we allowed to exit the meeting if we are required to be somewhere? See, sometimes you might have to stay a few extra minutes depending on the questions that we have. So at least have a buffer of 10-15 minutes because these Q&A really will help you understand the subject better. If that is not happening, then so I would request from now on, because we want you to be involved. We want you to understand everything. This is a very new subject. You can have hundreds of questions, and we want to answer every question because every question has so much value. The more better you understand, the better you can meditate. So please have a buffer of 5-10 minutes just because of these sessions, these questions. Okay, all right. Will the heat that I feel go away throughout the course? Yes, yes. See, that is the idea. That is the aim of the experiment, that your body, your mind, your emotions, everything cools off. So if your Kundalini comes up in the best possible manner, that is the ideal thing we want to do with this experiment, is have more and more strands of your Kundalini come up, you to feel relaxed, you to automatically become creative, you to automatically have more control of your body, emotions, everything, all the balancing will happen. All right. So definitely we would want you, again, it is depending on your meditation, on your attention span. Okay. So some patience is required. It will pay off. Eventually it will pay off. Okay. What else? All right. Very good. Any other questions? We are here. Anybody has any other questions? Anybody wants to share? We would love to hear from you. Apart from reaching out to your mentors, you can talk to all of us. We are all now, this is the third week we are meeting. I think we know each other. We recognize each other. So please feel free, unmute yourself, talk about your experience, anything that you want to talk. Okay. All right. It was nice. Today I felt some heat on my left hand more than the right hand. For me, it was something that I know that's how I am able to diagnose what is going on with my inner state, inner state of my physical, mental, emotional. So, but I don't worry about it. I just meditate and cleanse myself, as I said. So anybody can do this. Okay, great. Thank you. I'm
Will I
glad.
see your complete face, Vedant? Like adjust your camera so that we can see you. Yeah, that's all.
All right. This was a wonderful evening. Thank you, everyone. We will all see you tomorrow. If you don't have any questions, if you have, stick on. We can have a conversation. So how about everyone else? How did everyone else feel today? Yuvaz, Swayam, Aditya, Yashwant, Omkar, even the mentors, please share your experience.
Yeah, so I could feel some heat on my left hand. So the left hand on and also the right hand, I think they were a little imbalanced